Once again, Mid-Flight Brawl is brought to you by our good mates over at Heaps Normal and Heggie. They're busy. They're not rested on their laurels, on their world-class, award-winning, bloody non-alcoholic beer.
I got some.
They sent it through to us, the new one, Tough Stuff Shandy, just in time for summer.
I got myself a sweet little 4-pack and a pair of socks.
Mate.
And a tote bag, Tough Stuff Shandy. It's the business.
It
Real
is
good
gear.
Straight in the lunchbox.
Obviously, the Quiet XPA, the world award-winning non-alcoholic beer. They've got another lager, Tough Stuff Shandy, half-day hazy, and my favourite, the Coffee Run Stout. If you want to get your hands on some, give them a go if you're looking for a little bit of a break off the piss or just to take it a bit easy on a big night out. Heapsnormal.com. Chuck in duty-free at checkout for free shipping around Australia. Hey, I'm Nick Cody.
And I'm Luke Heggie. Throughout human history, there have been countless scuffles, melees and fracasses. When planes were invented, we didn't magically just stop belting the shit out of each other.
So ladies and gentlemen, strap in, kick your shoes off, recline your seat without checking, drink your duty-free and start staring aggressively at strangers. This is Mid-Flight Brawl.
Mid-air madness, passengers trading blows.
Mid-air brawl on board a scoot flight from the Gold Coast.
At LAX. Thrown off a flight from Bali.
A disruptive passenger on board.
Cussing, screaming, spitting, even urinating.
Many of them have been captured on cell phones.
Where's the lady that started the
I hope this crashes. Out the fucking door!
Welcome to Mid-Flight Brawl. Any TIPRAT can fly now, and here's what happens when they do. I'm Nick Cody.
And I'm Luke Heggie. How you going, mate?
Mate, pretty bloody good. Going to be a whole bunch of new ears on this one because we broke our we break it occasionally. We've only broken it a few times, and we only break it for big names.
Oh, yeah. We've had Jared McGowan. We've had Harley Breen. We've had
Carl Chandler.
Oh, there's a pattern forming here.
This isn't just for the intro. This is for a big old episode. Tim Dillon will be coming up shortly in the ep. This is just the intro. The episode we recorded last week when we were backstage at the Palais Theatre opening for him.
A lot of seppos right now will be hitting that plus 30-second button.
Keep going.
Get through.
Give it a few.
Those losers.
Especially if you're overseas. Don't worry about this next bit. We got a live show, Melbourne, November 4th, 5 p.m, Mid-Flight Brawl live at Basement Comedy, Morris House, the old European beer cafe. 5 p.m, November 4th. Tickets going fast. Get to midflightbrawl.com if you want to come along. Also, we've got stand-up specials out on YouTube. Heggie, you've got Have That and TIPRAT, 2 specials out on YouTube. And my one live at the Corner Hotel just came out last week. Thanks for everyone that watched. Thanks for everyone that put comments up. I'm not a coward. They're still open. Have your best shot. And I'm talking to a man that has had his best shot. And fuck me. What a comment.
Are people having shots at you?
It's all been very positive. I think
Isn't that lovely?
You took all the negativity in the world and built the perfect YouTube comment filled with.
Just sucked it up like Superman does with poisonous gas out in public or something. It's all mine, is it? Brilliant.
Yeah. You were like, what was it, The Green Mile, when the guy just sucks all the bad out of people. You took it out of every internet dipshit and you put it in to one comment, misspelled words, incorrect grammar.
Well, I'm managing to get replies to that comment on emails. So if you could turn that off, that'd be nice.
I'll just lock your comment down, will I?
Can you? Can you just lock it into the, I don't know, just take a screenshot and put it there so people can't reply or something. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, your comment under my Nick Cody live at the Corner Hotel special out on YouTube right now.
PTYTD, always be closing.
Nobody's on the fence when it comes to your comment, Heggie. They are loving it, or they seem to be dobbing on you to me through comments. Yeah. Who's this? Do you know this man, Nick? Yeah. Why has he written this?
If only they could find out who I was by clicking on that little picture of me next to it.
Yeah. I thought that at Luke Heggie would have given it away, but some people don't want to do their own research like you, Heggie.
No, they do not. In other news of crimes, Crime Watch around Sydney, I had some stuff flogged during the move.
Oh, very sad day, this.
Not by the usual removalist criminals, but because I didn't get any. But yeah, from the shed at my old joint, It's a good old-fashioned break and enter. Some shit got stolen. I'm just discovering the extent of it now because stuff's missing. It's in the movie. You don't know how much stuff you got. It's all boxed up and shit.
Of course.
Unboxing stuff going, where the fuck are they? The most distinctive, there's thousands of dollars of shit gone. Obviously no books because dummies don't steal books anymore.
That's how you know dipshits steal because there's community libraries everywhere. They're full of books.
Yeah.
No one's ever racking the books.
No, absolutely not. Oh, off the street, you mean? Street libraries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those little, they look like a little birdhouse.
There's some nice books in some of them. I've had a squizz. It's not just full of Dan Browns like Vinnie's. There's some Dean Koontz. There's some other ones.
Yeah.
I had, and I'd like to put a shout out to any Sydney tradespeople who might see these pop up. 800 10-inch carpenter pencils included in the heist. They've gone.
Wow.
So if anyone sees a Grogan signed carpenter pencil turning up on your work site, just discreetly ask where they got them and get back to me. I might have to go and have a cup of tea with someone.
This is the new batch for your tour next year, Grogan.
Fresh.
You were shifting units down there in the Apple Isle.
Yeah.
I guess you'd like to, test the new product on a smaller market before it gets a nationwide release. That's what you said to me on the plane anyway. And they were going very well. But if you see a Grogan carpenter pencil, mainland Australia,
it's flogged.
Batch.
And particularly galling, it was a box. I'd taken a whole box out. So I'll sign all of these I won't even have to think about it for the next 6 months. 800 pencils. I'll sign all of them with my texter. Did it. That's the box that's gone. Brilliant. So,
mate, the amount of the kilometres of pencils you're ordering each year, it is almost at the time. It's going to have to be a screen printed signature, like an Australian cricket bat from Rebel Sport.
That's fine. It doesn't take that long. That is, 800 is significant though. That's a big dent in the fucking bottom line.
Yeah.
That's ruined me. Anyway, fucking scummy pricks.
You're pretty much going to be sober next Melbourne Comedy Festival. That's all the beer money down the toilet.
Yeah. They'll be gone by Melbourne with any luck. The rest of them. Anyway.
Theft just doesn't hurt the person you steal from. So, there are effects. It's a butterfly effect. Now you've hurt the bottom lines of pubs all around Melbourne.
Oh, the Exford will go out of business.
The Exford, the Welcome Stranger, a few less pints are going to be shifting next April.
Yeah, they're gone. I went to Clocks last week on that topic. What a pub.
I did. After we recorded this very episode, I dropped you and our good mate Pete off in the city to go for a Sunday night, midnight Clocks drinking session.
Not a session. It was a nice and cold jar of suds after a hard day's yakka.
And what were the clientele like? Flinders Street Station, Clocks, pub, bar and grill.
Just what you'd expect, except I was there for 2 toilet breaks, and sorry everyone for the nature of this, but in between those, someone had destroyed it. I thought, oh, what's happened there? Because gentlemen do that in the morning, ladies of an evening, midnight. Nah, that is.
They needed to.
I left after that. I went in and went, oh, no, it is definitely time I go if someone's just destroyed a toilet while I'm in, someone in there has done that. No.
Yeah, you're starting to think the people drinking at the pub attached to a train station at midnight on a Sunday may not be reputable.
A little bit unsavoury.
Yeah. Yeah, before we get into the ep this week, hot off the presses.
Oh, in plane news, is that what we're talking about? Alaska Airlines.
Mate.
Pilot in the jump seat, a la FedEx, which we've covered in a previous episode, tried to hijack the plane by reaching forward and turning off the engines.
Yeah.
They've overpowered him. Moment of madness, brain snap. Like a dickhead teenager in the backseat of a car reaching forward and yanking on the handbrake. That never went well.
Did you ever do that?
No, I'm here.
Oh, yeah,
that
of course.
Flips cars.
Oh, does it?
Oh, yeah. When they're not easing it on, are they?
Yeah, but I also thought trying to put on a handbrake on a car at speed is like trying to open a plane door at altitude.
Absolutely not.
Oh, I can still do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, maybe not with those button things that exist now. It's not even a lever. You got a button in yours?
No. Old school handbrake. I think the year after mine, the buttons came in after my 2015 Subaru Forester. But
Not
Yeah,
on.
those buttons. I remember the first time I got a hire car and just went back into the office. Sorry, mate, your car's fucked. Someone stole your handbrake.
Yeah.
They came out and said, no, it's that one that looked like it opens windows, but it's down near your leg. You go, well,
Yeah. It's
okay. Would never have guessed.
ridiculous invention. The news story I said about this, I read about this bloke said that he regularly visited sick kids in hospital.
Oh.
This off-duty pilot, 44-year-old, on his time off. So he's
Right.
just evening the ledger up somewhat with 83 attempted murder charges.
Yeah, they got him with everyone on board the plane.
That is,
I like that.
that should be throw away the key business in that joint.
Yeah, but also, yeah, it should be. No. I just hated this bloke in the cockpit.
Yeah.
Not even the first officer, just the captain. Just fucking hated him.
The rest are just collateral damage. You reckon you get away with that?
Yeah, the door behind me was closed. I didn't even realise in my brain fade that there were other people on here with us.
There is little doubt. I think I've got a delivery. Can I stop for a sec, mate?
Yeah.
Give us a second. Someone at the door. Hang on.
No worries.
Sorry, give me 1 minute, Brad. Fucking dog's going off. Sorry, mate. Hang on. I should fucking do this live on air if this is what I think it is.
Oh, beautiful.
Hang on.
Cheeky package.
Bigger than I thought. Hang on, I'll put this down.
Heggie's one of these YouTube unboxer. You're an unboxing influencer now. Like one of those kids open up the new Lego to make all the poor ones feel bad.
Just in time for the summer. It's some new Fucktard merch
Oh, beautiful.
from the boys up in Queensland.
Great.
And you're not walking away empty-handed, buddy.
Everyone's a winner.
Because-
Fucktard, the German. Is it a German engineering
They
brand?
make generators. There's a beanie for you, buddy.
Oh, beautiful. Fuchtartd. Beautiful.
Yep. DT.
And
Oh, superb. Can't wait. Thanks, Dave.
beautiful.
Anyway, yeah, sorry, mate. We will get into this episode now, so stop fucking around.
Hey, before we get in, though, each week when we're down the line from one another, you've always got a Zoom background with a dark history. This house looks fucking grim. Normally I'm looking at some beautiful homes and I go, what could have possibly happened here? Something bad happened here. This
Allegedly.
is... allegedly, is it?
Yep. This is
I don't
Bringelly
even-
in southwest Sydney. And when you hear those
Yeah, I was-
words, you're in for a doozy of a news article, generally.
All right. Mate, Southwest Sydney, I just saw... Have you ever seen that guy Spaniard?
No.
He's a YouTube dude that used to be in jail. He
course.
Is it Spaniard? Is that his name?
I don't fucking know.
Or Spanian? He's
There's a lot going on down there.
yeah. Well, he did a walkthrough of some really rough neighborhoods. Is it Air?
Eds.
Eds.
Yeah.
Is that right?
There was a TV series about Eds.
Eds and Claymore. He had a walk
Yeah.
through there the other day. Yeah,
Things
Spaniard.
can be grim.
Yeah, is this down in that part of the world?
I think it's a bit of a wave. I don't know. I'll have to consult the map. This is Bringelly. This is a house where none other than Australian Test cricketer Stuart McGill was allegedly taken hostage, stripped and bashed by a bunch of blokes, including his then girlfriend's brother. That's always quite sus. Anyway, he's going to court this week over some cocaine smuggling stuff, allegedly.
Yep.
Well, he's going to court. Not allegedly. He's definitely going. Kidnapping's quite rare here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Much less famous people ones. I've got to say, I smelled a rat from the start, but I'm not here to judge. Not my thing.
You most certainly did. Well, he was
Anyway.
still missing, I believe. You're going,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's up to, but
It's
he's
something.
choosing to do it and it's illegal.
Yes. Allegedly. It's all alleged.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Alleged, of course. Hey, let's get into this episode with Tim Dillon. Thanks for listening again, Melbourne. Get to midflightbrawl.com. If you want tickets to our live show November 4 at Basement Comedy, and join the Patreon. All the episodes, the first 50 now are up there, or first 49 episodes of this are no longer online.
Yes,
They are
sucked
only
in.
on our Patreon. So get to patreon.com/midflightbrawl for those. All the episodes of Land Larrikins, early access, ad-free episodes, early access to tickets, You know all the stuff. Patreon.com/midflightbrawl. Enjoy this episode with Tim Dillon.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Woo!
Mate, 190 episodes. We've had 2 guests.
Yeah.
Doug Stanhope and now this great man, Tim Dillon.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Welcome to Australia.
Thank you so much.
You've picked a week.
I've picked a week. It's a big week. There's a lot going on. The referendum. I'm
Yeah.
intimately involved.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
Well done.
It was an amazing. Few days to learn about it and then have it shot down.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Well-
fixing the Middle East at the minute. Can you fix our issues here in Australia?
I don't know if I can.
Wow.
It's just. I was on Qantas flight today, and the purser, is that the term? Flight attendant, head purser.
Stewardess.
He told me that a really white woman walked on. She was crying because when Qantas lands, they do the whole.
Yeah.
We want to acknowledge
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guardians of the land, past, present, future elders emerging, which is a bit silly. But the woman said to the guy, she goes, "Are you going to do that today after the thing got shot down?" He goes, "Yeah, it's my job. I have to do it."
Yeah.
And she goes, "But you shouldn't do it today. It's insensitive because no one." So it's just rubbing it in people's face.
But isn't it? It's the same as yesterday. That's the sad
of
bit.
course. Right. So she starts crying, and this poor guy is just trying to give her like a quiche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "How about a quiche?"
Business class.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
gone.
business class, rich.
Not bad,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's like, "How about what do we get? We got a toasty, do something." And she starts crying, and she goes, "I have to leave this country. I'm going to America."
Yeah.
And he goes, "You're going to America to escape racism?" And
Oh,
she goes,
no.
"Yeah." She goes, "I'm going to New York. I'm out of here," just crying profusely. And he's
Sweet.
like, "Okay,
Drop
I've
you off
never
at
wished
International.
for you to be on someone else's flight.
Yeah.
Just I imagine you sitting there,
Well, I would-
slowly putting
yeah.
your book down and going, "Pardon."
Yeah. I would
Ma'am.
I would get involved. Excuse me. I just reach over and take her quiche. I'm like, "Let me explain something to you about the referendum."
Well, mate, we've got you on. It's all about, this podcast is about air rage incidents. I know you've been sober for over 10 years.
Yes.
Very rare that sober people pop up on this
Yeah.
podcast, but the one group that does pop up a lot are Americans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love kicking off in the sky, on the
yeah.
ground. All airlines as well. American, United, JetBlue,
Yeah.
Spirit. I've never flown. Have you ever flown Spirit?
I flew Spirit one time, and this is the best Spirit story. I was sitting there. The pilot comes on. I mean, it's like children, right? Like, and I don't mean literal children. Everyone's an adult.
Yeah.
But the pilot comes on and goes, "Okay, guys," got like with that exact affectation. He goes, Hey, guys. I've never heard a pilot do this. He
Guys.
goes, it's like a mother. He goes, "Guys, if you want," I swear to God, he goes, "if you want this plane to take off, you have to be in your seat." He goes,
Sweet.
"Just please," like a mother. He goes,
Turn this
"Just
thing around."
Please get in your seat." I've never heard a pilot say that. He's like, "Guys, if you want this plane to take off, just please get in your seat." It was the most like mom energy I'd ever seen a pilot have, just like fed up. And then immediately, once the thing took off, everybody gets up to use the bathroom. Like we all sat there for 45 minutes in the airport. Everyone could have used it. But like a 3-year-old, you have kids, you
Yeah.
know, you'll be like, "Everyone's good." Then you'll be in the car 2 minutes. They go, "Dad." That was the adults on Spirit Airlines.
Yeah.
I flew it one time
Yeah.
and then never again.
Actually,
Good
I want to
choice.
fight a stranger. It's one of
Yeah.
those.
Right.
Sorry, Captain. We had the equivalent here, Tiger Airways, and that's gone now. That's where you could go Melbourne to Perth for $1.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
Was that real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'd have
Melbourne
sale
to
fares.
Perth for $1?
$1, one Australian dollar, which is probably about 70 US cents.
Dude.
65 US cents.
Well, the thing with Spirit is like when you count the baggage and everything, all the hidden fees, it's like more money
Yeah,
than the other
should've
ones.
gotten a
But
private
it's just
jet.
poor people are stupid. So what tends to happen is they think it's less money, but it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Like I was poor for the vast majority of my life.
Yeah.
I did the dumbest things ever, taking credit cards with $250 activation fees.
Oh, nice.
And limits of $280, like no money on the card. Like,
so you're getting like $30.
yeah, it's nothing. And that's what poor people do. They just
Yeah.
see the low price. They go, $79 to Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
I'm in.
But they're also fond of the saying, because I also had no money for most of my life, and I
Yeah.
knew a few times I have said, that's how they get you.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
well, that's
when
you got to learn. You got to go through that process and then go, oh, that's it.
Do you think that's why rich people can lose a lot in like Ponzi schemes and stuff? Because they've never had to fly like a tiger or a spirit, so they don't even know that's how they get.
Well,
you.
there's a whole economy that exists to just rip off rich people, and nobody really knows it. But like the art world, all the art world is to rape rich people, to take their money. There's some genuinely great art out there, but let's be very honest. A lot of it's shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just to fleece rich people. Interior design
Oh yeah.
is to fleece rich people.
Organisers? Have you ever had an
Party-
organizer?
Yeah, I never have, but
not a party organizer, like a house organizer.
oh, I know about those.
I don't know where my clothes should go.
Right.
I'll pay this lady to point out where the cupboard is.
All of that stuff is meant to give people the idea that have a lot of money that they're getting great value, but they're just being gypped on a higher level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, off top today. This is. I heard you talk about tasting plates earlier. So this is 3 cases today. All with a bit of an American bent, as is often the case. Still time to fuck around in between. We better get booting on.
Oh yeah,
because,
we do have a show. We're backstage at the illustrious Palais Theatre
In Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yes,
there is that.
Rainy Melbourne.
Rainy Melbourne.
Man, our first flight today. We've got 3 little ones. Alaska Airlines.
Nice.
Flight 710. Cast your mind back to September 26, 2018. Honolulu to San Francisco. Beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii.
We do catch a lot of coming back from Honolulu.
Yeah.
So
Not
Alaska
much
Airlines, so you guys know, there is no first class.
Oh, really?
It is an economy.
Saw that on the video.
You saw it on the video, right?
I just saw there's no way there's first class on this.
There's no first class. It's an economy airline like a Frontier or a Spirit.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, just to kick things off, we haven't had a classic crash for a while.
Yep.
Classic crashes. Honolulu, that was the epicenter of the first phase of 1995's Bojinka plot that we've covered before. It's like baby 9/11. But this week's classic crash, though, is from United Airlines Flight 811, Honolulu to Auckland, Feb 24, 1989. Climbing to altitude and the cargo door just flew off.
Fuck. Not great.
Well, if it wasn't, that day, 9 fresh ghosts got a head start on their way to heaven as they got sucked out the hole.
Oh, gee. Through the cargo door.
Yeah, cargo door, and then whoosh, out you go.
Through the floor.
They were just regular nerds with their fucking seatbelts on. They weren't even mucking around.
Oh.
It's
They're out
the
there in their
worst. It's
seats.
got to be one of the worst deaths.
Yeah.
I reckon if you're in the air, still in your airline seat, you'd be looking under the seat, see if you're the lucky one who's got a parachute.
Yeah.
Like, when you go to
Did
those-
anyone survive?
No. Oh, no, the rest of the plane did.
Well, that's what I
Just
mean.
9.
Those nine gone.
Do you think they do the announcement when they land? Like, welcome to San Francisco. As you know, we did have a couple of issues there. We are going to evacuate very quickly.
Yeah.
We do have emergency equipment.
Yeah.
Is waiting for us. We apologize for that.
Yeah.
This is clearly something that.
Well,
so
9
they
people.
just got sucked.
there is-
Nine
there is-
people got sucked out of a hole.
Yeah.
Through the cargo door. There is
You-
going to
you-
be a delay with the baggage.
You grab an extra bag, wouldn't you? Just go, fuck it. These are my 2 hand luggage bags now. Just got myself a new little bag.
It's got to be tough, man. That moment they're still alive when they go and they see, you're still alive and you see the plane and you're
Strapped
in,
in your chair.
and you're strapped in your
Nightmare.
chair and you see the plane and what a moment. It's your last moment on earth.
Yeah.
It's your
It's a
last
pretty great moment.
before you pass out
Yeah.
and before you, whatever. But there's that moment where
I don't reckon they would. They were just descending.
there's just a guy kneeling, filming this on
Yeah, I
the
know.
phone. Like, I just noticed that. I mean, it's the craziest thing ever. There's just a guy with tattoos all over his
Yeah.
hands,
Yeah.
kneeling, filming this on a phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just forgot for a minute. But you're in your chair. You got to think about it. You're in your chair, and then you just look at the plane on the way out. Like, well, that's
Yeah. Have a good trip.
that's not exactly the way I wanted this to end.
Our first hero today, though, is none other than Thang Sang. That's his
Right.
name. 28.
Right name.
One of life's pleasures is a fucking rhyming name, isn't it?
Beautiful.
What a time. Thang walked in the toilet just before the plane took off. I've tried that once when I felt ill. They stopped the plane from taking off. They don't like it. Tried to cause a scene. Flight attendants asked me to go sit back down for takeoff. He refused. I don't want to wish to
What's sitting in the toilet?
he went in there, locked the door.
And just
they
said, I'm staying here.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, he came out and, police were called to board the plane. They didn't take off. Do you reckon Hawaiian police wear blue Hawaiian shirts? None of us have been. We discussed this. My only dealings with Hawaii in law enforcement is Magnum PI. Surely they're not getting around looking like that.
So they go in the plane.
They get in the plane to get him.
He's sitting in the toilet, not leaving.
And he came out of the bathroom. Not only did he have no shirt on, he was covered in a mystery liquid, as the reports say.
So not soap, not hand soap. He hasn't tried to fuck
There's only a few options there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Blue toilet water or fucking shit or piss, really. A mother of 2 girls, aged 9 and 11, never forget. Lindsay Babb, she captured it on her cell phone and handed it over to the authorities. Local station KITV. He's been escorted down the aisle.
Pretty good at that, Mum, because I know I've flown a lot with kids, and really you're not, like I probably would have missed that, just trying to get my kids to sit down and shut the fuck up.
Oh, she said, look, don't worry about it. We're all a bit confused. Just shut up and let me film this.
What was he doing wrong?
Covering himself in shit, I reckon.
In the bathroom? For what purpose?
There's been 190 episodes, and we had to.
There's no fucking purpose.
Generally, if someone's had too much to drink and they try sleeping pills.
What makes sense to me is like when somebody's on a flight and they're drunk or they're angry or they're enraged. That's one thing. But when someone's just behaving like that, I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He caused a bit of a commotion. It took him 20 minutes to get him off the plane because he went and sat back down in his seat.
Covered in shit.
I don't know if it was shit. It was shiny. The video
it's a mystery liquid, so we don't know what it is.
You can't say it. He's bronzed up, yeah. I watched the video, and he's been escorted off with a fucking nightstick down the. Oh, no one's touching him.
So you've seen a video, and you're not sure if it's shit or not. You think that'd be a pretty obvious one to figure out from the footage?
I will. Oh, you run. I'll be back.
Yeah, no sweat. It's just going to cut back in after you've had to skedaddle and we had to do a show. What did you think, by the way?
We did a great show at the Palais in Melbourne. It was an amazing show, and everybody liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great spot, this.
It was a great spot, and I'm very happy about it.
Next to a theme park. You may have
Next to a very old theme park.
Yeah.
It's 100 years old.
Yeah, it's got one of the world's oldest wooden roller coasters.
This part of it is there's a little bit of a heroin energy.
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
No, St Kilda used to be big. Yeah, it's good that you got a radar for that.
Yeah, I pick up some blue lips in the alley. I feel the human pain. Yeah. Children smoking cigarettes kind of vibe. Yeah.
Sleeping on their feet
for sure. Yeah.
It used to be a lot worse.
Everything's gotten better because everybody's just addicted to like online gambling and masturbating now. Nobody leaves their house. Yeah. It's like, people just addicted to, regular stuff.
There used to be a building around the corner in St Kilda. I forget the name of it, but it was like a halfway house. Yeah. And it was fucking crazy. And a TV production company bought it for a TV show here called The Block, right? Which is like couples. It's like a reality show where couples renovate houses, and they renovated this fucking halfway house and turned it into something spectacular. But all the junkies that lived there got booted out.
I love that. What a great, fun television premise. It's like this house used to try to help rehabilitate people.
Yeah.
Now take a look at this marble kit. Take a look at these finishes. This was a house for unwed mothers, but now it's a great example of modern luxury.
Look at these wooden floors. This used to be syringes.
Yeah.
And now
it's always fun when you take something that's supposed to help people and make it into something that helps no one.
Well, fuck. I mean, get off the topic of helping people. Someone who has helped a lot of people here is Chris the Bloke Franklin, TM. Yeah. We've been talking about incessantly since
I'm fascinated by this man. I want to meet him. Everybody I hear about from Australia, every person you tell me about becomes my favorite person. They're fascinating.
We can arrange it.
It's amazing. This never happens in London. Like in London, when I go to London, there's like no cool pic. It's like not like every story sucks. When you come here, every story is amazing.
Yeah.
Every story is like the greatest story.
It's amazing he doesn't have a movie. He was in the Navy. He was a chef in the Navy. Then he got out.
Well, he does have a
Murdered-
movie, evidently. We're
Oh,
told.
yeah.
Well,
Mooney
the
told us
greatest
today.
thing today was from the Qantas Lounge when the other comic we were with goes, no, it's not just manslaughter. It's manslaughter on your wedding day.
Yeah. He did kill someone on his wedding day.
That is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. When he goes, it's not only manslaughter,
Yeah.
it's manslaughter on your wedding day.
And then when he
Like,
caught the bloke cheating with his next
yeah.
wife,
Now, why?
he picked up a camera and started
Yeah.
filming him while bashing the man.
It's larrikinism.
By the way, I'm looking forward
its
to the
best.
text. Hey, Franklin, getting the text. You
Please,
fucking have a
Franklin, take me on the road.
Yeah. You have a superstar on, you tell him this.
No, but
It's the best.
He's the super. First of
Yeah.
all, it's the best story ever. Did the guy just attack him on his wedding day at a?
It was a
hap-
pub brawl situation.
Gotcha.
I wasn't there, but yeah,
Right.
it's not a. It's not just he just started whacking something.
No, of course not.
I got married. I'm gonna whack some. No.
Yeah, but
It was,
it's an amazing story, and a resilient guy came
Very.
out on the other end of it.
fucking
Yeah.
great comic. Like he's really
Hilarious,
good.
dude.
Really
I
fun.
love it.
You can meet him next time you come.
No,
we'll
I'm
arrange it.
coming.
Mate, we're
You're
at
gonna
an-
sack
It's
us
so
and have
funny
him
because
do
it's
the
like
fucking.
I keep saying like I gotta wait more time before I come. It'd be just hilarious if I'm back in 3 months. I'm like I'm
Where's
on the
Chris?
road with Franklin, and now I've sold no tickets. I think I sold 38 tickets. I'm in Adelaide with Franklin. We're
you go
doing
in the
like
country.
pubs
You'd be
across
supporting
Australia.
him out in the country. Man.
Yeah, we're in Outback WA once in like a mining town.
Yeah.
And we're at a bar on like a day off, just day drinking at this
Yeah.
pub. And miners want to fucking fight each other while they're working at the mine, but they get fired if they fight there.
Right.
So all this tension builds in their 2 or 3 weeks at the mine.
Yeah.
They get into town and go, fuck this, we're fighting.
Yeah.
And we're sitting at the bar and a fight starts and he's come to the bar, face covered in blood. And I was waiting to get a beer. And I just see him and go, I'm with Franklin. And I go, you go, mate. And he's like, no. You were here first. And I'm like, okay. May I have a pint, please? No worries. Starts pouring it. And then it gets to him. And he said, excuse me, ma'am, can you please call the police? Because I'm about to murder this cunt out there. Picked up a brick and went out into the beer garden.
Jesus, that is
They got bricks on the
hilarious.
counter sometimes, do they?
It's fucking
So,
Dude, that's amazing.
right. I mean, we mustn't forget too. I don't want to, this podcast is a little bit about flying from
Yes.
time to time. So
Yes.
we got a few bugbears about flying, and we've been talking to Tim about fucking. Well, you really enjoy flying.
I like it because you die every time you could die. It's a great thing to do because if it goes well, it's great. And like, I think I was talking to Louis C.K. and he goes, what's one interesting thing about flying is like, if it goes well, it's great. But if it doesn't go well, it's like unimaginably horrible. It's like
Yeah.
the most unimaginably horrible thing ever.
You're flying out of the cargo door.
Yeah, or it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like there's so few things in life that are kind of like that, where it's like it's fine or it's the worst thing ever
Yeah.
that you'll ever experience, and then you'll experience nothing ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like it, but I've had some interesting ones. I was recently on a flight where these two guys, it was like thugs.
Yeah.
I was in steerage. I'm lucky enough to be up in the front of the plane. They did not have seats. I'm in the back.
Yeah.
One,
How do you handle? I can't see you. You've always got fancy sunglasses.
Yeah.
You're a man that you didn't grow up with much, but you've
No.
always loved
I grew up
money
with
and
very little.
Yeah.
Not very little compared to like
yeah,
the indigenous.
yeah,
They have had less
Yeah.
than I had.
yeah.
The guardians of the land had less than
Yes,
me.
of course.
But we didn't grow up with my sunglasses. My parents had like gas station sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like a lot of what we got was from gas stations.
But I like you always talk about fancy things.
I've
Nice
always
meals,
liked nice shit.
cars.
Yeah, I've always
You
liked
got a
nice
Bentley.
shit. I have a Bentley now.
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So-
it's a nice. I mean, it's a nice. There's no reason to not have it. You know what I mean? Like it's all money does is that. It doesn't do anything else. You won't be happier usually, and it's not going to buy you any extra time on Earth usually, and it's not going to do it. So just get some nice shit,
Yeah.
and then help some people if you can.
Yeah.
But get some nice shit, because
I-
that's all it is.
I imagine you at an airport, them saying, sorry, Mr. Dillon,
No,
there's
it
no,
was just-
business class. And then you just go, huh? I imagine you going, well, I don't fly then.
I was so mad, and I was like, only because listen, I sat in that part of the plane for years,
yeah.
and I get it. It's gotten worse
Yeah.
over the
Oh.
last. It's
And
actually,
since COVID.
it's
dude.
Way worse.
great. What's going on back there? I never used to mind it. By the way, I've been flying for 10 plus 12 years. What's happened recently to the psyche of the people back there is crazy. There was this one guy, And he's like, yo. He turns around to the other guy, and the guy behind him was like I guess kicking his chair or something. There's no room.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, bro, what the fuck? He's like, your chair's back. And the other guy's like, yo, what the fuck? You want to do this? It's on the flight.
Yeah.
We're in the air.
They do
The
it?
other guy goes, you want to do this? And the guy goes, what the fuck? I can't even hear you, you bitch ass motherfucker. There's right next to me in the planes, you know? And then like eventually they just kind of stopped. But it was about like, I'm like, oh, this is what happens back here now. You're almost
All the time.
you're almost, you know, like almost people are gonna fight on the plane about the seat. Like not, it's a little psychotic. And then every now and then somebody would get on the plane. Like I fly out from Long Island a lot, so every day like a Long Island woman will get on the plane and there'll be some discrepancy. So there's like a discrepancy about a seat number, something like that. And then it'll be kind of one of these situations. You'll just hear this. She'll go, no, like loudly. And then everyone's like, okay, it's on. Like,
Get the phones out.
game on.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, no. And then they'll be like, ma'am, do you need to leave right now? Like, I can't, you have to.
But there is as much, like not as much, but there is definitely, from what we've catalogued, a lot of fucking trouble up the business end as well.
There's a
And
lot
it's
of
different,
problems.
but I mean,
A lot of times up the front, it's I drank a lot and I tried Xanax for the first time or something.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
combination sends them, makes them shit on the drinks card or
I don't understand why these women
Grab a flight
didn't want
attendant.
me.
Well, there was one time there was a woman who came on the plane and she's sitting there and she was wailing, like crying, but like gutturally wailing, like in a way that the flight attendants would come up to her and they was like, hey, is there anything we can do? And she would go, I am fine. And she was like wailing. So she was like, and she would like cover her face and be like, and then you wouldn't hear her for a few minutes. You'd be like, okay. And then you just hear this, she'd go, and it was crazy. And
which is weird because that's fine on a bus.
Yeah, on a bus, it's expected. It's necessary.
You're still dying to fucking know what it is.
It should happen on a bus. I wish my Instagram, what sucks about it, Instagram, there's no search feature. You have to scroll 5 years to find anything.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the first photos ever was just on a bus. Just when I was taking mega buses to gigs, there was just like some old crazy person sitting there with like a chihuahua and a backpack.
Yeah.
And they was just feeding the chihuahua in a backpack. It was crazy.
But now that happens on planes.
Now it happens. Janelle James, who's a really funny comic she's on Abbott Elementary. She has a joke about how they let bus people on planes now and her Netflix special. And it's true because like
that's why we exist.
Yeah,
man.
the
That's fucking-
caliber of people, and people are heated now. They want to fight. They're angry.
Yeah.
And the staff is over it. And and I hate to say it, but like these near misses on the runway, like it's a matter of time. Like like people are like,
they're
out.
cutting a lot of corners. We talk about this a bit. There's a lot of there's bus drivers driving planes.
It's cutting
The
corners.
maintenance
big time.
guys have got their
No,
shirts
you
untucked.
can tell
Sometimes Harrison Ford is literally landing a plane on a runway where a United flight was trying to take off.
No, it's crazy. Where you look, some flights I look out the window and I'm just like, you see like some guy, like disheveled guy who's like flew the plane.
Yeah.
I'm like, does he have any idea what's happening?
Yeah.
So it is a little. They're treating them like buses.
It's a ticking time bomb.
It's a ticking time bomb.
There'll be more.
Yeah.
I mean, there needs to be, obviously not with any of us on it, but there needs to be a few of those for them to pull their heads in, to be honest.
Well, unfortunately,
like
yes.
a couple of
probably
fender
you're
benders.
correct.
But like you say, the results are fucking devastating.
Well, it's also like, I think a lot of people are checked out, and I think the staff is angry. Like, you could tell they're overworked. Like, the flight attendant, they're pissed.
yeah.
And
They've been dealing with more shit than they've ever dealt with before.
For sure.
Yeah, COVID really ramped it up because this show we started just before COVID started. And in that 2 years of COVID, there were more air rage incidents than the rest of flight combined.
One guy that I know was sitting on a plane and someone vomited on him right next to him, just started vomiting, projectile on the whole row.
Brilliant.
Another guy I know, there was a guy smoking a cigarette in the bathroom. They made him sign something, and then he just went back to sleep. He's a drug addict.
Yeah.
He had no idea. he woke up and they like handed him this thing he signed. He's like, all right. And then he just like threw it out as he was leaving the place. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a junkie. I don't
Well,
care.
that's something we have realised over a lot of episodes. If you hand the person making a mistake a note,
Yeah.
they're not taking that on board. Like it's gotten to a point
Right.
where they need to be given a note by another adult.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
going, you know what, I have been in the wrong.
I always love those stories where it's, and I don't even know where this happens, where some guy is paying enough attention to realize there's human trafficking going on. You've heard those stories where it's
Yeah.
like,
LAX at the airport
Yeah,
in the toilet.
they have the thing.
The
Yes.
sign, yeah.
and apparently like that's happened a few times on a plane where like some guys, like I noticed this girl looked uncomfortable with a guy and then
Yeah.
it was like human trafficking. Who is doing that? Like what every person I know on a plane is self-absorbed, angry, pissed off. Like today on Qantas business class, they get to row 3. They're like, you know what row 3 means? We're out of the quiche. And I'm like, we've been smelling the quiche for 40 minutes. The quiche is goat cheese and pumpkin, which frankly sounds phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay, it's seasonal. We've all watched these people eat it in row 1 and row 2.
Yeah.
Okay. It's cruel. And they go, we have a seasonal bowl of fruit. I go, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't.
Nobody wants quiche and
Yeah.
then settles for a bowl of fruit.
Yeah, I go. I
Oh,
don't
the
even know-
opposite.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I'm like, and the worst thing about it is you're smelling the quiche, and it's good, and you're watching people eat the quiche, and the Qantas quiches are very good. And
You might be the first guy I know that would take a flight for lunch.
I've told
Guys,
you,
we're going out for
I
breakfast.
will just fly Qantas for like a week, going nowhere.
All meals, 3 meals a day.
Because it's just fun and nice and it's a surprise. What I like about Qantas is the element of surprise. They go like this. You don't really even know what you're going to have.
Yeah.
They just unwrap a thing from foil and they just hand you something that's usually baked and you just start eating it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they'll be like, it's a
pie.
They gave us me a pie once and it was like, it had like an onion jam with it and it was like
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
it,
like a relish.
yeah, was it like a pigeon pie? What kind of pies do you eat? It was like a freak pie.
Shepherd's pie with like potato
No,
on the
it
top.
wasn't that. It was
No.
like another type of pie. It was like a weird
Wow.
like
I had
Australian pie.
bite-sized calzones last week on Qantas.
Yeah?
Like little, it's weird.
So what I
But
mean
good
though
on
is
them.
like we get to the third row and now
No quiche.
obviously I take the bowl of fruit because I'm trying to be a gentleman. You know, I'm like, that's fine. You know, and everybody's like, but one woman goes like this. She goes, huh. She goes, oh. She goes, is there anything else? And the guy's like, well, we have the muffin. And she goes, I'll take a muffin. And and then I was just like, I will as well. But it was like, thank God because I'm in my own country.
Yeah.
I'm letting the other people kind of speak out
Oh, that's
for
nice
me.
of you. Yeah.
And I appreciate it.
But if you're at home, if that's a United flight, are you
But I was
fucking,
sitting
let's
there
roll?
and I'm going, because I heard that. They go, we don't have the quiche. And then this whole Hamas day of rage, I went,
Yeah.
oh, I get it.
Jesus.
I'm like, I get it right now.
We're on the same flight.
Yeah.
Obviously, not up the front with you, but I do love the idea of you standing up and going, boys, they're out of quiche. Help.
Well, no, it's
Lads.
Listen, it's my favorite airline. I love the Qantas Business Lounge.
Yeah.
I walked in today. I said, can you make me a cafe mocha? The woman goes, yes. And just does it.
Why?
What's
what
happening
else-
in America? What's going on over there?
I'll tell you what's happening
Yeah.
in America. People, if you ask someone in America to do the job that they're paid to do,
Yeah.
they act like you're trying to kill their family. They act like people hide in corners.
Yeah.
They try to make it appear like they don't work there. Everyone in our country is so miserable. Nobody has health care. They're all inventing diseases to just get out. They're all being radicalized on the internet. Everyone's so miserable.
Yeah.
There's no standard of living, a quality of life. You know, it's so bad that like if you ask these people, if you're like, can you make me a cafe mocha? They're like, and they make it and it sucks. This was phenomenal. She gave it to me. I was like, ooh, that's nice. Over there, it sucks. The quality's trash. No one cares. I went to, I used to, when I was starting comedy, I would go to Taco Bell with my friend every night. And on the way home back to Long Island, we'd go to Taco Bell. And some nights, we would go, this is a good night, because they cared. And then some nights at Taco Bell, you would just go, this is shit.
Yeah.
Because the person at Taco Bell didn't care about the cheesy gordita crunch.
But you can tell immediately from the way the paper's folded around your
That
feet.
is correct. You can tell immediately when you're handed a bag. Number one, if you're handed like a crunched up bag that looks you know what I mean?
Like a school lunch has been thrown to you.
That's right.
As you're
You
getting on
can
the bus.
tell. But I just, people here seem happier in their jobs than they are in America. In America, people are unhappy with their flight attendants in America have gone insane. This is true. They've actually gone insane. It's like crystal women in their 50s who are like in their crystals who are like, hi. They're all like this with the eyes like, hi, hon, I'm going to need you to get off the phone now.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Hey, hi.
Well, you
I'm
have a
going to
bit-
need you to get off the phone now. My husband's dead. Okay? I'm going to need you to get off the phone. I have cancer. I have 7 weeks to live. Can you get off the phone? I need the window up for takeoff. My daughter hates me. Like, it's just a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
We just follow you by about 5 years. It's getting
it's
gonna
gonna
get bad here.
2028. Yeah.
No, I think Australia might be heading to the period where things start to get interesting, like most places. Because you guys have been able to dodge a lot of the nightmares.
Yeah.
And maybe you will forever, and I hope you do. But the nightmares have a way of getting in there.
Yeah, they'll get in.
They'll get in.
And it is.
Well,
I don't know what it is about the States. I still love it. It's fucking crazy.
Well, it's amazing. It's like the thing about it is that all things are possible in the States. And there's very few places you feel like that. Like in Australia, I don't feel like all things are possible. I feel like a lot of bad things are not possible, which is great. But I feel like in the States, all things are possible all the time.
Well, we've got tall poppy syndrome. Do you know tall poppy syndrome?
No.
So if you're like any job, if you start doing well, they're like, this guy's pretty good. And if you get too good, they're like, fucking this cunt. He thinks he's too good for this place.
Right.
You know?
Oh, interesting.
There's a bit of that. Now, that can be a negative because it stops a lot of people from achieving greatness. But it also stops shit people achieving really shit things.
Well, here's the thing. I think what it comes down to is the ceiling here is lower, but the floor is higher. Like people don't.
Floor's nice. I live on it.
Yeah, people like in the States. There's like a YouTuber on my block who's like a billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a 10-year-old kid who reviews
One thing I
toys.
fucking love about the States, I was reading about this dude today. He's a flight attendant.
Yeah.
And he went into Orlando Airport.
Yeah.
And he'd been on a road trip recently. He forgot that he had his loaded pistol in his fucking bag.
Right.
So he's put his bag through and they've arrested him immediately. And he's
that's
lost
not
his
nice.
fucking job. And whatever. But he's like, I didn't know I had a loaded pistol in my bag. Like,
Right.
He didn't have it.
That's a stretch.
He didn't have it taped to his ankle or something.
No.
He was giving him it. Yeah.
Yeah, he got charged with carrying, which technically he wasn't. But then he's been sacked, and I found him. He's opened up a business. It's business in Ormond Beach, Florida, called Heli Hogs. What do you reckon that business is?
Heli
This is
Hogs.
fucking America.
You take helicopters up and you shoot hogs?
No, but I like the cut of your jib. They helicopter Southern barbecue to you. It's a catering company.
That's
You
the
can
most
order
insane.
a fucking helicopter.
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard in my
to
life.
bring barbecue to you.
I mean, that's great. It's got to get ruined a little, no?
Brilliant.
I mean, that's
Let's do it real
wild.
quick. It's better than a fucking Uber Eats.
Interesting.
Pretty good.
See, that's not happening here.
No, that's
Too much
America.
red
not.
tape. It's the nanny state.
No,
you
it's-
can't even get pork delivered on a helicopter.
America is one of those places. It's like every day's a movie, but it could be a horror movie.
Yeah.
Or it could be Rudy, where it's like, look, you don't know. It could be Requiem for a Dream, where your wife is taking a double-ended dildo in the ass because she's on heroin. You don't know what movie it'll be. You don't quite know.
Man,
There's
we're
a
gonna
guy
have to
again. I just want to let everyone know. Filmed with hand tattoos. Filming this on a
Hey,
phone.
Pete.
It's
That's Pete.
amazing.
Yeah.
He's just helping us out.
Yeah.
amazing.
That's our buddy Pete.
We're going to get booted out of here in a second.
Oh,
Out
yeah.
of the-
Yeah,
out
I
of
think
the-
we
backstage
might
Palais.
owe the Palais the whole ticket.
We're going to.
They won't yell at us
them
because
on
there's
for-
house rules.
Well, there are house rules. You're not allowed to touch someone if you don't have their permission.
That's good. Good luck kicking us out.
You kind of
Excuse me, officer.
invited a
Hold on.
problem right there. Yeah. And how far do you live away from here? Quick.
Like 15-minute drive?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Just on the other side of downtown. Yeah.
That's
The
amazing.
CBD is
I live at the Park Hyatt, and fuck, man, you're right.
It's
It
great.
is I'm going back there now.
By
to
the
have a
way,
spa.
Tim has
That
done
cathedral
something
is
that I did not
incredible.
expect, which is we're in the same hotels as Tim.
Yeah,
That's
What a
amazing.
boon.
of course.
I've never lived like that.
As you should
It is
be.
fucking amazing.
It's great.
Well, not
So
tonight.
good.
Look, I'm in Melbourne. It's where I live.
Well, you
but,
should stay with your family.
Yeah, but should I?
You should have stayed with me. It is luxury.
No, it
It's
is
real
not.
good.
Yeah.
It is lovely.
Yeah, real good. I'm not going home.
It's a great hotel, and you're right by that beautiful cathedral. What is that cathedral?
Which one?
It's the most famous one in Melbourne.
Oh, well,
It's
there's
a-
St. Patrick's. There's St.
I
The
don't
big
know.
one with the
I
two
don't know.
spires that are gorgeous.
I don't know. There's a few.
Jesus. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Up the top
Few
of Spring
churches around
Street,
here.
there's
The one that has the two spires. It's like the most
Okay.
famous.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know.
cares?
Not from here.
Don't know my
Godless.
churches.
It's a cathedral,
Yeah.
Godless.
We are
heathens.
here.
And you're still hardcore Sydney. You're like, fuck it,
Yeah.
I'll never leave.
Well, I've
He's
not
from
never
Brisbane
left,
originally.
but I'm from Queensland, but I live in Sydney. Kids are in school in Sydney. I'm not fucking leaving.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mate, thanks for doing it.
Thank
but
you guys
thanks
for
for having
having
us,
me
mate.
on. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We might take you for a steak tomorrow.
I'd
need a
love
good
to.
steak.
I'd love to go.
Yeah.
Can we go to Rock? What's it?
Rockpool.
yeah,
I'd like that.
Yeah.
do it.
I would love that.
Fuck yeah.
Please
Sort it out.
Let's do it.
get
I'm
good
around
steaks.
all day.
Fancy things.
There's a few Palestinian protests I might speak at.
yeah. On which side?
You know,
Don't know.
no
Who cares?
real side.
Feel
No,
the
just-
vibe.
Just about me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
just,
would tell them about myself.
Do a set. Do some new
I might.
gear.
You know what's interesting? You go to Ireland, they all love the Palestinians because of the whole British thing.
yeah.
So when I went to Ireland, I was like, wow, I didn't know. But all the Irish people are like, oh, that Israelis have taken the land from all of these
Oh,
great
yeah, yeah.
people, Ibrahim. And I'm like, oh, okay. Fun. Fun. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
All right. Cheers, mate.
Thanks for tuning in to Mid-Air Brawl. This is our very first episode. Heggie, you're already shaking your head.
It's mid-flight brawl, dickhead.
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay, ready to go. The clap. Hang on, sorry, I fucked it. Clap.